So as part of the fourth paper in Samartha, we are starting Sanskrit Nibandha stabaka. It's a collection of essays. So there are totally 30 essays, if I remember, 35 essays. But mostly, if you look at the earlier question papers, there is always only a repeated 12 to 15 max that will be asked. Most of it otherwise is not asked. We'll go over the whole thing. This is an opportunity to learn newer stories and at the same time new vocabulary words and all, and how sentence construction. Given a topic, you should know how to approach a topic. If it is a topic which is not there in these, then you can actually 38. Okay. If it is not a topic that is already been dealt with in this text, you still can write based on how they have used their creativity to bring up the points and write about it. Okay. There are many approaches. This is how we read Nibandha Mala also. Now we'll go with the first one here. Na griham grihamittyahuhu grihini griham uchyate. This is a very popular saying. The house is a home is not a home or not a house because it's only the people inside who make it a home. Yeah. So there's a difference between the home and house in English. But here, griham iti cheta tatra grihini ya griham nirvahayati sa eva tatra tasyaha prabhavena eva tatra griham iti uchyate. It's only her effect that is a contributing factor. So we'll start with this.
Lady of the house, sir.
Lady of the house. Grihini. Yeah. Someone wants to start with this?
So is the author relatively, I mean, looks like it's a modern author, but somebody from the 1950s, according to when this book was created, probably?
Yes. Definitely 1950s or 40s even, I would say. Actually, I recently, one of my students in another group, he had a Chittoor book and I asked him, I wrote in 70s. I only knew people who wrote in 80s. That is along with me. Yaro orther has written exams in 70s. So, but there are books published in 60s also. That much I know.
Yeah, it was
here it says Utukuri.
Huh?
That you have written Utukuri.
I was just going to open the original book and check it out, whatever text I have.
It is Utukuri Lakshmikantamma.
Lady. Uttukuri. Okay.
Yeah, I remember Uttukadu Venkat Subramanya.
Adu Tamil. This looks more like a Telugu Andhra name. Yeah.
Uttukuri.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start since I...
Okay. Sure.
Bharate deshe grihasthashramah ekah eva sakaleshu ashrameshu prashastah bhavati. So in the country of Bharata, the grihastha, the state of being in a household, married household, alone, ekah, only that state alone is famous. Prashastah bhavati is well known or famous. Sakaleshu ashrameshu, among all the 4 ashramas.
What are the 4 ashramas?
Brahmacharyam, Grihasthyam, and Vanaprastham, and Sannyasa.
Okay. Yeah.
Among the 4 ashramas, so 4 stages of life. Garhasthye nama grihasthasya bhavam iti garhasthyam.
Yes.
Garhasthye, so grihinim vina grihastha na sampurnatam upayati. In the grihastha ashrama, garhastye, grihinim vina, without the lady of the household, grihinim vina, grihastha is in Pumlinga, so...
A person who is present in the house is the literal meaning here, but more than that, he is the grihastha ashrame yaha vidyate saha.
Grihastha. So the gentleman who is in the ashrama, na sampurnatam upayati, he does not attain completeness. Yadatu, so upayati, it's not attain.
Mm.
Apatnikasya purushasya नित्यनैमित्तिकेषु वैदिककर्मसु अधिकारः एव नास्ति. So for the man, for the purusha who does not have a patni, apatnikasya purushasya, for that gentleman, nitya naimittikeshu vaidika karmasu, in those karmas that have been ordained by the Veda, nitya and the nitya naimittika karmas that have been ordained by the Veda.
What is a nitya karma? What is a naimittika karma?
Nitya karmas would be the sandhya,
Sandhya vandanadi nitya karma.
And naimittika would be the eclipse, tarpanam and all.
Grahanam, amavasya, ityadi.
Yeah. Tarpanas
Nimittam. Only when that particular cause comes up, that particular karma will be done.
Yeah. So in those two kinds of karmas, for the gentleman who does not have a patni, he does not even have a right. So the usage of Shashti here, apatni kasya purushasya, is in the meaning of Chaturthi. It is not really Sambandha Shashti, we can say here.
न अपत्नीकस्य पुरुषस्य अधिकारः एव नास्ति, तस्य अधिकारः नास्ति. एतेषु कर्मसु पुरुषस्य अधिकारः एव नास्ति. कथं तत्र पुरुषाय अधिकारः इति न. You have to have it only in Shashti.
तस्य अधिकारः नास्ति इति वक्तुं. Okay, fine. Yeah. No, in the sense of usually, when you think about Ramasya pustakam atra asti,
His right.
Okay, it always seems to me a leap at that point.
நீங்க வந்து எப்படி யோசிக்கிறீங்கன்னா அவனுக்கு அதிகாரம் கிடையாது. He does not have an adhikara.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
तथा नास्ति अत्र. His right does not exist.
That is a literal meaning. ஆனா actual meaning அவனுக்குன்னு சொன்னோம் இல்லையா? Like if you're really
அது தமிழ்ல.
I mean English கூட that right does not exist for him.
He does not have the right தான் இங்கிலீஷ்ல கரெக்ட்.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So there it is prathama vibhakti. In English it is prathama vibhakti. In Tamil it is chaturthi vibhakti.
Hindi la வந்து usko adhikar nahi hai nu சொல்லுவோம். So okay, fine, you're right. So let's go with it. So apatnikasya purushasya shashti is fine. Adhikarah eva nasti. Atah eva Ramabhadrah api Sita parityaganantaram Pratima Sitam parikalpya Ashwamedham akarshit iti shruyate. So atah eva, therefore, only because of this, therefore eva, because of this reason alone, even Ramabhadra, who refers to Ramachandra, Rama of Ayodhya, even Ramabhadra, after abandoning Sita parityaganantaram, after the abandonment of Sita, Pratima Sitam parikalpya, having constructed an image of Sita, after having done that, Ashwamedham akarshit, he did the Ashwamedha yajna. Akarshit is kr dhatu in lung lakara.
Yes.
Akarshit iti shruyate. This is a well-known fact. Iti shruyate.
It is heard that.
It's heard. Daradhinaha tu dara adhina. Okay, daradhinaha tu. Okay, daradhinaha tu swargaha. Visarga varnamanga.
Iti vardulyu pinnadi. So visargasya lopaha tatra.
Okay. Daradhinaha tu swargaha. Iti subhashitam api grihinyaha eva pramukhyam prakatayati. So the subhashitam, that's a subhashitam which shows the predominance or the importance of the grihini. Grihinyaha. What is the subhashitam? Daradhinaha tu swargaha. Now the
swargaha, attainment of swarga is adhina, is dependent on daraha.
Okay,
dareshu adhinaha, daradhinaha. It is a nitya bahuvachanam, pullinga, right?
So dara shabda itself is pullinga, and dhara dinaha we can't do. That also has to be in bahuvachanam.
நீங்க பண்ணலாமே. ஸ்வர்கः
No, no.
ஸ்வர்கு ஸ்வர்கः இல்லையா?
Swarga can have, there can be many swargas.
Many heavens.
Whatever
Swarga
kind of
also.
swarga you want to attain, you need to go. Ipa Ashwamedha Yagam Yaha Karoti Tasya tu, there are different regions that he can enjoy. If it is another kriya that he does, danadikam yaha karoti, tasya tu kechana pradeshaha swarge vartante, tattu ekaha swargaha iti. So you take it as different regions of swarga.
Oh.
ஏன்னா இப்போ வீரஸ்வர்க்கம்ங்கிறது இதுல குமாரசம்பவத்துல படிச்சோமே. You remember where she says, it's highly not possible that even if Rati follows Manmatha, he would have probably gone earlier, and I don't know where he would be unless I do, on the sati. Otherwise, I would not follow my husband. If I die of natural death, then it will be a different place for me. That's what she says. Yeah.
So daradhinaah tu swargaah. So swargaah daradhinaah santi. iti. So the heavens themselves are dependent on having a anukula wife, or you attain the heavens only through the grace of your wife. I guess.
Dara adhinaha is it is dependent on the wife.
On the wife. So the attainment of the heavens, whatever heavens they are, I guess that the word attainment of is understood.
Yes. Swarga prapti.
Daradhinaah iti. Okay. So
I think it should be Dharanam Adhina va illa sixth da ange varnom nanikken. It's not Sarath.
So Saptami will not work?
I don't know. Yeah, Vishaya Saptami doesn't have a Saptami Shaundaihi dane அந்த இடத்துல.
Adhikarana Saptami.
இல்ல அதிகரண சப்தமி வரலாம். When I want to use it separately, I can say I can use Saptami. But to make it into a samasta padam, I don't think there is a vidhayaka saptami, the sutram.
Okay.
No, with the saptami shaundehi ityanena saha yoga vibhagena tasya
Saptami. Okay.
Ishware adhinaha itya.
Ishwaradhinaha. Correct. Saptami shaundaihi irukalla. Anga you do a yoga vibhaga and say saptami separately. Shaundaihi is shaundadi and the ganam madri vandu. But you take saptami, then as she says, you can have dareshu adhinaha ityapi.
Evam samyak asti. So
it is because only if wife is there, he can do the yaga. That is the reason. To go to Swarga.
Yes.
Okay.
So see, Rama was supposed to have created a Hiranmaya Hiranya Murti of Sita, and he placed it beside him and did the yagam.
Okay.
So except the Veeraswargam you can go if you die young also.
Yes. You go to war when you are 15, so it's okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so here so basically we are saying the heavens themselves can be only obtained through the graces of your wife, of having a wife. Okay. Iti subhashitamapi grihinyaah eva pramukyam prakatayati. Okay, astu. Tishtantu grihe shvashuradayah bahavaha purushaah. So bahavaha purushaah shvashuradayah grihe tishtantu. Many people may stay in the home. Like the husbands and the fathers-in-law, etc. Shvashradayah bahvyah striyah cha. And like the mothers-in-law and maybe the sisters or other women may also stay in the home. But grihinyaah eva pramukyam iti purvamuktam.
No, atra griha nirvaha. I think it should be a
one sentence.
I would put a comma here.
Okay. Griha nirvahanadikarah tu griha nirvahanadikarah tu grihinyaah eva iti drishyate. So there may be many gentlemen in the home, like the fathers-in-law, the brothers, etc., the brothers-in-law, whatever. Or you might even have many ladies in the home, like the sisters, the mothers-in-law, the grandmothers, etc., etc. Yet grihinyaah eva griha nirvahana adhikarah iti drishyate. Yet it is seen that the right of or the adhikara of griha nirvahana, of conducting the affairs of the home, griha nirvahana adhikarah.
Maintaining.
Say, how do you say nirvahana?
Maintaining the house.
Domestic
The right
administration.
domestic administration.
Maude ekating vakyam. So tishtantu is there. So why can't we put a danda chinnam there?
So it is actually tishtantu tavat kintu. It's a continuation. Why ekating vakyam? Yes, ekating vakyam, but is it wrong to have two kriyapadam?
Not wrong. I mean, you can take these two vakyams, they're connected.
It is connected because you're saying tishtatu tavat kintu गृह निर्वहणस्य अधिकारः गृहिण्याः एव वर्तते इति तत्र it is connected, no?
Pretty much like the Tamil, right? அப்படி ஒரு புறம் இருக்க.
But Irka is not going to say it's not a, it's you can't compare it. That is also incomplete.
சரி இருக்கட்டும் அப்படிங்கறோம். அதுதான் இது.
That means that the sentence is ending there.
It is not necessary. அதான் சொன்னேன்.
Yes, your sentence is a technical construct, maybe ekating vakyam. But actually, if you think about what a vakyam is a unit of communication. Therefore, actually, the whole essay can be viewed as ekavakyata. As having ekavakyata, which is what they do in Mimamsa. They say that the whole Veda has ekavakyata, not to speak of one sentence. Similarly, all you're doing here is your tatparyam is encompassed by two different tingantas. So, from a Vyakarna perspective, you're right. But Vyakarna is not the world, right? Tatparyam is where communication lies.
You need, it expects another follow-up sentence. So, you cannot complete it there.
Okay.
In other words, your technical ekating vakyam is a bit limited.
Yeah.
Okay. Ata eva uchyate. Therefore, it is said, grihini pradhanam griham iti. So the home is characterized by the importance of the grihini. Grihini pradhanam griham iti.
Griham eva by the importance of the
home is, so grihini pradhanam is describing as a qualifier for the home, right? For griham.
Correct. Home is where the importance is given to the grihini, which has grihini as the pradhana.
Home is that which has grihini as the pradhana.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Does anybody else want to?
Yeah. Someone else can start.
Parijaneshu dakshinyam gavashva prabhritinam paryavekshanam atiti abhyagatanam adaranam ayavyayanam parishilanam sarvam etat adhinam eva bhavati. Managing and the care of the dependents and the household servants.
Parijaneshu dakshinyam. What is dakshinyam?
That's the caring.
Okay.
The care of the. I just didn't say household servants. It can be even the dependents.
Anukulata. Anukula vyavaharaha.
Parijana is not family, it is...
No, not family. Usually Parijanas are those who are like the sevakaha eva, servants and all that people, but those who are in general around you, not family.
So that's why I said dependents and household servants. Because they are dependent upon you.
So you can take here, if you want, you can take it as everybody who is dependent on the grihini, which would include the family members also. Usually when you say parijanaha, Raja parijanena saha agacchati iti cheta, in dramas you take it as the king is coming with this retinue of people. Retinue includes servants and other people who are in the administration. That's the usage of it usually. So here, in context, you can take it as family and other dependents.
Gavashva prabhritinam paryavekshanam, looking and caring for the cows and supervision of the care for the cow and horses and all. So you need to have one horse.
Livestock at home.
And then Atiti Abhyagatanam Adaranam, the hospitality of the guests and the unexpected visitors who don't announce their arrival beforehand.
Atiti is a person for whom you have given an invitation.
Specific titi. Known and unknown arrival.
Yeah, I think Abhyagata is no. Atiti is a person who
Has not announced before.
Who doesn't have a appointment.
who does it? Yes.
Without
He
appointment,
is
he
the
just
one.
arrives.
Abhyagata is the one who comes with an invitation.
Whether with the invitation or not, his arrival is known beforehand.
Okay, whatever. Physical, non-physical. Okay, fine.
Aya Vyayanam Parishilanam, the income and expense handling
Analysis.
of that. Analysis, household budget basically. Sarvam etat grihini adhinameva bhavati. All these are subject to the lady of the house, the homemaker. Vivahanantaram navavaduhu patyuhu swamini bhavati iti. So after the marriage, the new bride is the master of her husband. Murdhanam patyuhu aruroha.
Arurohan irukka?
Oh no, aroha. मूर्धानं पत्युः आरोह इत्यादीनि श्रुतिवचनानि आवेदयन्ति. These kind of Vedavakyam, these Vedas also highlights with sayings like this, like after marriage.
Patyuhu Murdhanam Aroha. This is one of the Vivaha Samskara.
Ascend on the husband's head.
Thalayila eri ukkarano.
I like this.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I just want to go a little bit backwards. Ayavyanam Parishilanam anna enna? Aya
is something that is coming in, income. Vyaya is expenditure, spending. Accounting தான் அது.
அதே போறோம் இல்ல மூர்தானம் ஆரோஹன் அது போறோம் இல்ல.
ஆய விய இதுல வரும் இல்லையா? What is this? அபூர்வ கோபிகோஷோயம் வித்யதே தவ பாரதி வியயதः விருத்திமாயாதி க்ஷயமாயாதி சஞ்சயாத். அந்த ஆய வராது.
See now,
look at Gadya Sangraha, the first thing is Vetala Panchamimshati, right?
Ama.
Even that is also Talamelari Karda.
Yes.
I think this means like she becomes like the head for the body, right? Like head is the more important organ of the body.
That's right.
Like
that's
that,
what it,
right?
she takes care of so many things that are associated with that husband. So it's like she becomes the most important Uttamanga for the husband.
Yeah, the husband should celebrate his wife.
Actually, here I think the concept of a homemaker is very, very clear. But in a way that is not well communicated. It is a very neatly communicated definition of a homemaker.
Right.
Uttamangi அப்படின்னு accepted word ஆ?
Uttamangi.
அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அப்படிதான் சொல்லலாம் இல்ல? உத்தமாங்கின்னு சொல்லலாம் இல்லையா?
சொல்லலாம் உத்தமாங்கி, but the way that construct works would be uttamani angani yasyaha sa iti uttamangi iti tatha bhavet. So bharya uttamangam. Apo you are saying that she is the best anga or she is like the head of the
English la better half ன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? Englishல வந்து the convention is better half. So it's the same construct. But I mean, I don't remember this at all in the wedding though. Murdhanam patyur arohanam. Sanskrit appo theriyadhu. Therinja it would have been you know, at least you would have gone in with eyes open.
This Nibandha is taking revenge for the Pativratya Mahima essay.
Revenge அது வேற இருக்கா? Okay, sir.
No, that was in the Nibandha Mala in the Vichakshana level.
Balance பண்றதுன்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
These are part of the Vivaha Samskara where they say this.
It should be that in the mantras somewhere, right? In wedding mantras எங்கயோ வரணும்.
Yeah, Vivaha Samskara. When they send the girl to the husband's house, they say that's what I saw somewhere. Yeah. And then there is continuation to that. You have more kids and something and all is there after that.
Yeah. Prajaya, something.
Virat, something, right? Yeah.
किंच अस्मिन् गृहे गार्हपत्याय जागृहि इत्यादि श्रुतिरपि गृहस्थाश्रमस्य आधारभूतस्य गार्हपत्याग्नेः संरक्षण अधिकारः गृहिण्या एव इति विश्रुदयति. This is a saying, Vedic saying also. So keep the household fire alive in this home. That's what it means.
So asmin grihe, in this home, garhapatyaya jagrihi. You have to be forever attentive for the sake of keeping it alive. Garhapatya agni. So garhapatyam rakshitum jagrihi. So instead of that tumun, you have the chaturthi here. And the nrisimhaya namaskaroti, nrisimham anukulayitum namaskaroti iti. Tatha, you take that in that form. But this is a Shruti Vakyam, so you don't need to bring in Panini classical rules there also. So it follows a different set of rules for us. So asmin grihe garhapatyaya jagrihi. You have to be ever awake for the sake of this Garhapatya Agni. Garhapatya Agni is the Aupasana Agni that they start during the Vivaha Samskara, and they're supposed to do that Agnihotram every day. And that Agni is called Garhapatya Agni. Usually that is kept alive. And that becomes Shamanam tu tatra antima samskara eva bhavati. Pranapaye.
This kind of Vedic saying also, it clearly reveals the authority to protect that most vital aspect of the householder, that life, that flame of the house. That kind of authority is placed on the wife.
So grihasthashramasya adharabhutasya garhapatyaagnehe samrakshanam tasya adhikaraha grihinyaha eva vartate. So the grihini has the adhikara, right, to samrakshana, of right of protection with respect to this garhapatyagni, which is the adharabhuta, which is the substratum or the main basis for the grihasthashrama. And this line clarifies this point. Eva iti vishadayati. Vishadayati clarifies.
It clearly reveals that.
The imagery is
What is the dhatu there, Vishadayati?
I think that is one doubtful dhatu. Like the vidambayati.
You had told something, I forgot you had told something.
I think that is that doubtful dhatu.
Clear இல்லையா Vishadayati? Clear இல்லையா?
இல்ல அதாவது அந்த it's not in the dhatu patam நினைக்கிறேன். There is no such. I don't know. Shadu probably.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the dhatu for Vishadayati is not clear. Such a contradiction.
I think Shadu is some other meaning there.
Yeah. But the imagery is so clear that the husband and wife are the image of them both doing a yajna by keeping that Garhapatya flame alive, right? Throughout their life, throughout their married life. The whole married life is viewed as a yajna for both of them, right? That's the imagery that is obvious once you see it like this.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
That means
Vishadayati is the nama dhatu, Vishada is the nama, Shubhra iti.
Possible.
Vishadi karoti iti avishadayati. Vishadayati.
परन्तु विषद इत्यत्र तत्र तस्मिन् शब्दे धातुः कः? नामधातुः इति स्पष्टं, परन्तु तत्रापि धातुः वर्तते किल?
शद्
इति.
Got it. You had told Namadhatu.
Yeah, Namadhatu, right?
You only had told.
Vishadaha is Vishamdaha.
இல்ல அப்படி இல்ல.
Accessibility shortcuts.
So it's
Vishamdaha
actually
is a badal.
Use the tab.
And Vishamdam is Tutiya. I think that's poison.
No. That's not what is being said here. Vishadayatina clarifies. So you take it as a namadhatu from the word Vishada. Vishada comes from Shad as a dhatu. இது ஹிந்தி எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டோம்னா அது கொஞ்சம் அப்புறம் வேற மாதிரி அது புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஷதுலு துதாதி or bhadi illa, not tudadi.
To lose energy. So vishad means something where
no, the shiyate vardu. So because it has shiyate, then shayayate, it doesn't have vishadayati there. So you go by making it into vishada, and then you take that vishada as a namapadam to form a dhatu.
Right. So
Vishadīkaroti.
the upasarga V clearly changes the meaning completely.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone else for the next paragraph? Who is volunteering?
I will try.
Okay.
भारतीय संस्कृते
Oh, okay. Fine. Follow.
भारतीय संस्कृते प्रथम आविर्भाव समये वेदकालेऽपि गृहेण सह गृहण्याः अविनाभावसम्बन्धः आसीदिति स्फुटं प्रतीयते. In Indian culture or Sanskrite, Prathama Avirbhava Samaye, as from the first Avirbhava Samaye.
This is in Shashti. So, Bharatiya Samskritehe Prathama Avirbhava Samaye. At the beginnings of Bharatiya Samskriti, the culture of Bharatam. In the Vedakala itself.
Vedakale api.
In the Vedic period.
Grihena saha grihanyaha. In the house, saha grihanya is all the women of the house. Avinava, between them there is avinabhava sambandha, which means a sense of unity, is it?
So here you take it as grihena saha grihinyaha sambandha vartate. Kidrishaha sambandha vartate. Avinabhavaha sambandha vartate. It is a relationship with which the house and the homemaker have a relationship which cannot அதாவது பிரியாமல் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு சம்பந்தமாக இருக்கு. ஒருத்தரை விட்டு ஒருத்தர் பிரிய முடியாது.
Inseparable connection.
Inseparable. அதான்.
Madhya, that in Vedakale api, that is like that means even in Vedakala, if it was there, like now also it is there like that. So that's kind of is it like a Kaumutika Nyaya or some kind
Kaimutika.
Kaimutika Nyaya.
Kimuta. அப்படி இல்ல. ஏன்னா இங்க வந்து you take it as Vedakale eva evameva asit. Some people may say adhuna it is only present now, it was not present like that there. Tatha nasti. Even from the beginning itself, there was never a time that the home was not associated with grihini. The home was always treated as grihini pradhanam. That's what he's trying to say.
So there is no nyaya, we cannot say anything nyaya.
Illama, this is with reference to other evolutionary theories that exist, wherein man was not he was a lonely person. There was no concept of home before. These are all the theories that come about, right, from other sources. But for us in Bharatiya Samskriti, even from the beginnings of time that we know, which is Vedic period, which is the oldest period that we have, even there is this inseparable relation between the two. Appadi compare panni purinjukonu. Okay? Asiditi sphutam pratiyate. It's very clearly seen.
Tasmat grihinya abhave grihasyaiva abhava iti jnayate. Without women, the concept of a home is incomplete.
So that's the tatparyam here. So grihinyaha abhave, when there is an absence of the woman, there is an absence of the home.
Kincha grihalankara praya grihini grihakrityeshu viniyukta grihasya shobham adhati iti sarvairapi jnatapurvameva. In the second section I need some help. Kincha grihalankara praya
grihini. So take that separately. This is an adjective to grihini. Grihini, a woman, is griha alankara praya. That praya shabda is mostly. So she mostly spends time in decorating the house. Okay.
Or can we take it as she herself is the true decoration of the house? Instead of giving her the work of making the decorations of the house, can we take it as she
இல்லன்னா grihasya shobham adhati ங்கிறது எப்படி வரும்?
she exists.
And showcase பொம்மையா?
நீங்க தான் காவியம் ரொம்ப கத்து தெரிஞ்சு. You're talking too much காவியம், madam.
Don't, yeah, she's not on showcase bomma here. Okay.
No, she's like the bhushana. She's like the bhushana.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
you know that doll which we keep in our showcase in the living room, tatha nasti atra. She's griha alankara praya. I would rather take it like this, one who is constantly looking to improve the house. Home improvement pandratla, she's constantly thinking about that. So she is involved in griha krityeshu viniyukta. She involves herself in the work around the house. Grihasya shobham adadhati. She brings a beauty to the home. Iti sarvaihi
Work then. Okay.
Yeah, of course. That's the
Praya
point.
meaning engaged. That's how you're taking it. Griha
Yeah.
alankara praya grihini iti. The praya
Yes.
is kind of engaged in griha alankara.
No,
Right.
vechikalam. Yes.
I thought just she being there.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted it to be like that. So instead of making her to do all the work, if she's there,
Work.
that in itself is the great beauty.
I will. Avlo noble attitude la. Sarvaihi api jnatapurvameva. It is something that is already known by people before. Purvam jnatapurvam.
Okay. Bahihi vyapara paratantraha purushah nahi naktan divam gahe.
Haridas edo doubt kettunna. Solunga.
Grihasya shobham adadhati iti. So adadhati, right? That's the kriyapadam there?
Yeah.
Adadhati, right?
Ang is the dhatu. Dadhati, dadhataha, dadhati varumulya. Dudhanya.
Dudhani. And with a is the upasarga. So she brings in artha, yeah? She brings shobha to the home as opposed to gives shobha. Okay.
Bahir vyapara padimo.
Bahihi vyapara paratantraha purushah nahi naktan divam grihe eva tishtati. Bahihi vyapara paratantraha outside transactions.
You can either take it as bahir vyapara paratantraha as one word. That is, he is paratantraha, dependent on doing work outside. Bahir vyapara, outside work. Or you can take it as bahihi, outside of the house. Vyapara paratantraha, being involved in work. Purushaha.
Purushaha nahi naktan divam gahena.
Grihe.
Grihe eva tishtati. In the daytime, he is not available in the house.
Naktam divam. Naktam is night. Day and night, he cannot be there in the house constantly. If he is a business person, you don't know for how long he will be outside of the house also. Yeah.
That naktan divam is one word, not two words.
You can make it into that's what I thought.
Like aharnisham, like what is it? Day and night meaning continuously, right? It's an adverb meaning continuously.
Yeah.
It has to be one word.
It can be one word also, samasta padam, or it can be two separate words. It is an avyayam, so it's okay.
It's like that ekadantam upasmehanga aharnisham orvelya. Gajanana padmarkam gajananam aharnisham, like naktan divam, same thing. It's an adverbial construct.
Yeah.
There it's more in the sense of every minute, right? Every moment.
Yes.
This is contextually, I think it is the same, but it communicates different things, right? The naktam divam looks like 24/7.
Yes. Correct. Night and day. Ratri rava pagala veetla irukka mudiyadhu.
Teshu samayeshu grihinim vina griha nirvahanam kasya adhinam bhavati. At that time when the purushaha is not there, without a grihini, how can domestic administration happen? Adhinam
under whose
owner?
So under whose supervision?
Who is accountable for it?
Okay.
Normally for us we use the adhinam to mean mathadipati, right? Dharmapura.
Adhinam adu vera. Adhinam vera illaya.
Ade vereya?
Ama.
It is not from the same root?
I think it is from the same root. ஆனா அந்த ஆதீனம்ங்கிறது அது ஆனா அந்த I don't know if they use the Mahaprana or the Alpa Pranam.
In Tamil it is difficult to tell the difference, but
I think it is only Adhina. Yeah.
But it is not in the same context. It's a different word in what is it?
I don't think it is a different word. I think it is the same word because they are responsible for the temple administration. Many temples come under their supervision. So, adanalda adhinam.
Okay. Shanti Kshama Nilayah Grihini Janah.
Potute.
Grihini Janah Yadricha Gatani Grihach
Chidrani.
Yadricha Gatani Grihachidrani Atitya Susthiram Griha Vyavastha Upasthapayati. Griha Vyavastham Upasthapayati stable administration.
They stabilize the conditions of the house. Griha Vyavastham Upasthapayanti. They ensure. Griha Chidram na otten. So the holes that are there in the house that come up as and when Yadricha Gatani, that which comes without any anticipation. So Chidra here is not a literal meaning of hole, but engengellam thundu viladudnu solrom illaya andha madri. So if there are some unexpected things that happen to show up, which may cause, which is like a hole in the entire bracket or in the entire system construct of the house, those holes or those deficiencies, they atitya, they cross over that very beautifully because they are the nilayah, Shanti Kshama Nilayah. They're the source of, or the source of both peace and kshama, patience.
So the idea is they manage issues and provide stability.
Yes, for the house.
So by saying Grihat Chidram, we don't really mean Chidram, we don't mean a real hole. Neither do we mean Griham, we don't mean the physical structure of the home. We mean the metaphysical structure of union that maintains the home.
Correct.
Home a home.
You come back. Grihini Janah Yadricha Gatani Grihat Chidrani Atitya. Okay, got it.
Okay, so that's done. Okay, now Shubhada, you can continue the next paragraph.
Yeah. Here,
one second. I have a couple of questions.
Yeah, sure.
The Avina Bhava, is it Vina? It is Avina is what the meaning?
So Vina Bhavaha, Vina ityukte separation. Okay, correct. Without. So the quality of being without is Vina Bhavaha. Avina Bhavaha, the quality of non-separation. So that is the sambandha that is there.
Isn't that a technical term in Nyaya Shastram to describe that relationship? Avinabhava Sambhava.
Vyapti.
For Vyapti, they always say Avinabhava Sambhava.
Yatra dhumaha tatra agnihi.
The Grihastha Bhavaha, Garhastha and so on. Yeah, the Mari, Avinabhavaha will be what?
Oh, adu you have to Avina appdi pannadilla. You know, it's an avyaya behind which you can't put a tal or a tvam. Avinatvam podla. Yeah, I think you can. Avina. Ana, that is an avyaya, so it has to stay the way it is. Then if you want to make it into the yat pratyayala poda mudiman theriyala enakku. We would just leave it like that.
Avinabhavasya bhavaha.
Oh, that becomes avinabhava bhavaha. Yeah, that sort of a thing is there, that tvam rupatvam ityadikam tu tatra tarke vartate. Atra tu tadrisha bhava sambandha iti avashyakata nasti. Yeah, something else. Any other questions till now?
Atitya is what, Lyabanta of some...
Yeah, ina gatau.
Okay.
Ina gatau dhatu. Ati is the upasarga. So, Atitya.
It's very interesting to see, even see adhinam, right? That also it's adhipurvaka. In again, you have a e dhatu in for that as well, right?
Kincha prasutehe
One final
garbhabaro.
question, madam. Sorry, madam.
So, yeah.
The adadhati, what did you say was the root?
Dudhanya.
Huh?
Dha is the dhatu. So you can.
Okay.
இதெல்லாம் வந்து you go to that ashtadhyayi.com dhatu adla poi you just type out dadhati without the upasarga, then it will give you choices. Okay, it's very easy to find out.
No, we
Yeah.
got it.
So kincha, more.
किंच प्रसूतेः गर्भभारोद्वहनस्य जातानाम् अपत्यानां स्तन्यादिवितरणैः संरक्षणस्य अनियतवेलम् आगतानाम् अतिथीनाम् उपचारस्य यदा गृहिणी समर्था भवति तदैव गृहव्यवस्था सुस्था भवति. किंच is here moreover, maybe moreover.
Yeah, further.
Further. Like in the olden times, they used to have the joint family systems, and there used to be a lot of relatives and brother-in-law, sister-in-law. Somebody used, like some ladies used to be like delivered the baby, or some lady pregnant, or some of them are like all these kind of like the management of the ladies and their children. Those who have delivered the babies, those who are pregnant, even those children who are born, about them also their feeding problems, feeding vyavastha, and the immunity, out of that samrakshanasya, maybe this is what I read.
No, you don't need to go to so much, but in the sense, so prasutehe garbhabha, I think we need to
it is that lady, right? I mean, she only bears the kids and delivers and feeds, something like that.
That's also here. So samrakshanasya, first is prasutehe, to give birth, and then before that it should be garbhabhara udvahanasya prasutehe. For the, you can take care of a person who is trying to give birth. The home birth also can be taken here. So garbhabhara udvahanasya prasutehe, giving birth of someone who is carrying the garbha, pregnancy.
Jatanam like her own, like she has to be the expert in bearing the burden of the pregnancy.
Yada grihini samartha bhavati. So when a woman becomes very capable in all of these works, prasutehe samartha bhavati, athava garbhabhara udvahanasya samartha bhavati, or you can take it as together that she helps in the childbirth of someone who is carrying the child.
I thought it that way.
Yes, both can happen here, right? Both can happen. The next one is jatanam apatyanam stanyadi vitaranaihi samrakshanasya. By trying to protect the children who are born by giving them milk, we write stanyapanam, breast milk and other kind of medicinal things, or home food, etc., and trying to protect them in some way. Then aniyataka velam agatanam atithinam upacharaha, serving the guests who have come without any appointments, without any definite time.
Atithi explains that, right? Aniyata velam.
Yes.
Yesham tithihi nasti iti atithihi iti.
Correct.
So aniyata velam agatanam atithinam, those who drop in without any information, like in the old days we used to go to our relatives' place. There were no phones, we just used to drop in and enjoy. So all those days were different. So aniyata velam agatanam atithinam, their upacharasya nama, their hospitality of these guests, yada grihini samartha bhavati, when she is expert or kushala or nishnata in all these kind of work, tadaiva griha vyavastha sustha bhavati. Only then the home management becomes the best
healthy. Sustha, it is well firmly established.
Yeah.
Sushtu tishtati.
Madhya,
Yes.
see, everywhere else, the Jatanam, all those things, it is talking about her own thing. It is not telling about.
அதுதான் இல்லைன்னு it is not only her own pregnancy or her own children. It is also like in the joint family where there can be many children. She can take care of home birth that is happening with another person there involved.
But there was no pumping and all that time.
அது இல்ல, that doesn't matter. இல்ல, உண்டு வேற விதமான. Yes, உண்டு
कार्येषु दासी करणेषु मंत्री इति मंत्री कार्येषु दासी करणेषु मंत्री इति भर्तृहरि सुभाषितात् अपि गृहिणी गृहस्थस्य महदुपकरोति इति स्पष्टं ज्ञातमेव. So कार्येषु दासी करणेषु मंत्री इति भर्तृहरिणा एकं सुभाषितम् अस्ति.
I don't think it is Bhartrihari's, no? But some people say it is there in Subhashitam in general. Okay. Karyeshu mantri, Karaneshu das, no, Karyeshu
dasi,
dasi, Karaneshu mantri, Bhojyeshu mata, Shayaneshu ramba, Dharmenukula, Kshamaya dharitri, Bharyacha, Shadgunyavatiha durlabha. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat, so it's easier.
Manusmritehe asti va?
Manusmriti. I think it's Manusmriti.
Kind of shlokas are there in Manusmriti.
Yeah, it has a different thing. Karyeshu mantri iti asti. Karyeshu mantri, Karaneshu dasi. That makes more sense because either both are in the same way, no?
Dasi is the one where she does the work on her own, and mantri she gets it done, like she supervises. She's like a mantri, and she gets it done. And so
Karaneshu, when there is an expectation of an instrument, she needs someone to do it, no? Delegates it. Then Bhojyeshu mata. In the cases of food, she is like a mother. Shayaneshu rambha, apsarastrivat. Dharme anukula, kshamaya dharitri. The one who is very anukulam in dharma. If the husband or anybody in the house wants to perform dharma, then she doesn't stop it. She is more conducive towards that. Kshamaya dharitri. She's like the bhumi in terms of forbearance. Bharya shadgunyavati durlabaha. A wife who has all these 6 qualities is very difficult to have.
Seems to be in Garuda Purana.
Garuda Puranama. Okay. Iti Bhartrihari Supashitadapi Grihini Grihastasya Mahadupakaroti iti Spashtam Jnatameva. So it is very clearly known that the Grihini, the homemaker, does a lot of help to the Grihastha.
You can say obligatory towards the Grihastha. Something. Yeah.
Mahad upakaroti, upakaram karoti. She helps him around in that manner.
It's extremely helpful.
Ama. Okay.
As well.
Only last paragraph.
There's only one paragraph. Okay. Then who is not Shobha? You have not read, so we'll just finish with that.
Okay. Navanagarika vyamoghe asmin kale shishuposhanadikam grihanirvahanadikam cha grihinyaha avashyanushtheyah pradhano dharmah iti pratibhati. Navanagarikata vyamohamugde. Asmin kale. In this time, which is
Mugdha is not innocent, but you take it as confused. Confused because of the delusions of Navanagarikata, of
modern civilization.
Isn't that is that the meaning? Somehow I always thought Mugdha, at least in Hindi context, means immersed.
Oh. அது இல்ல இங்க வந்து முக்தா is usually innocent is what we say, that is not
Innocent.
understanding the details is mugdha.
I think there are two meanings. One,
yeah, you can say foolish or
the ignorant or innocent.
Ignorant. Okay,
ignorant or innocent naturally, right?
True. Yeah.
mm.
In this time which is
Shishuposhanadikam,
completely confused by the new trends.
New trends. Okay. शिशुपोषणादिकं गृहनिर्वहणादिकं च गृहिण्याः अवश्यानुष्ठेयः प्रधानः धर्मः. In this time, शिशुपोषणादिकं, taking care of babies,
children
and children, and गृहनिर्वहणादिकं, managing the home, च गृहिण्याः is the गृहि avashyanushdeya should be done, right? Pradhanah dharmah should, it's the most important thing to be done.
It is the most important dharma that has to necessarily be performed. Avashya anushtheyah iti pratibhati. I think that's what it shows.
It looks like.
It looks like. Correct.
किंच धनमूलमिदं जगत् इति सुभाषित उदाहरणभूते अस्मिन् काले बुद्धिमत्या गृहिण्या न केवलम् आन्तरेषु किन्तु बाह्येषु अपि व्यापारेषु सर्वसमर्थया भवितव्यम् इति वक्तुं शक्यते. किंच moreover or further, धनमूलमिदं जगत्, this world is rooted in wealth, इति सुभा उदाहरणभूते अस्मिन् काले. In this time, as described in the Subhashita, this world is rooted in wealth.
So in this time, in this asmin kale, in this time, which is an udaharana bhutam, which is like an example for the Subhashita that says the world is rooted in wealth.
Oh, which is an example for Subhashita. Okay. बुद्धिमत्या गृहिणा न केवल आंतरेषु,
grihantareshu, not only in the
not just
household work, but also in bahya vyapara, outside work also.
बाह्येषु अपि व्यापारेषु. Okay, in outside transactions or vyapara, also sarva samarthaya, by bhavita, she should be fully capable of executing the outside work also.
Yeah, so convert this bhave prayoga into a direct prayoga so that it's easier for translation. So buddhimati grihini sarva samartha bhavet. So she should be a person who is extremely fully capable of both, not only in the inside affairs but also in the outside affairs. Iti vaktum shakyate. So we can safely say that this is how a woman should be in the modern times.
अतएव निखिल धर्माणामाकरो गृहिणी इति गृहविनायते गृहिण्या शुभवृत्तिः इत्यादीनि सुभाषितानि संगच्छन्ते. अतएव therefore निखिल धर्माणाम् आकरो गृहिणी. So she is the repository of all the dharma, grihini, and then griha vikshana Gnayate grihinya shubhavrittihi. By looking at the house itself, you can make out the grihini's
good conduct. The good conduct of a woman is very clearly known by just seeing the state in which the house is. These are the subhashitas that will definitely fit sangachante. These also are appropriate. Okay, akaraha is actually a mine, like surangam. Yeah, it's a mine. She's a mine of all dharmas. No, even Mahapariva used to say, if you don't remember any, what is the tradition or custom in your house, go to the oldest female member of the family and ask her. She will remember everything. He used to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is
Every
the
akara, okay.
Suhashitam there, madam?
எது இந்த நிகில தர்மாணாம் ஆகரோ கிரகிணி இதுவா? I don't know if there is another line for this. We have to search online to find out if there is.
I checked it. I couldn't find it. If you get a
அப்ப இருக்காது. இவரா சொந்தமா இருக்கும். He must have written the Subhashitam on his own and
I think in the Navanagarikata Vyamoha Mugdan Surracha, I think what he means is the great shift from the villages to the cities that was happening in India in the 1940s, 50s, and went on, right? Where the nuclear family was becoming pretty common. I think that's what he might be alluding to, I think.
Possible. Yeah.
Or even if they don't transfer and migrate to the cities, even in the village itself, people try to imitate and copy whatever the city dwellers do.
The villages try to copy the town copies the city copies outside international cities. So that's how it goes on, right? It's a circle that keeps coming. So, newer.
With the nuclear family, the eldest lady of the home usually just the newly married wife. So there is no like older person usually there to help, like, right? That's what I feel he's alluding to. Therefore, it becomes even more important for the lady to take care of the kids.
So many things.
It increases, right? Yeah.
She has to be self-reliant and very smart everywhere.
Yeah, which she is.
Yeah.